I'm genuinely interested in your opinion on these photos and videos that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to number them, okay? Reason being, I think that it's clear that most people know about or believe in UFO, right? I want to believe. Whether people still think that the UFOs are all man-made, all by us, all our technology, okay, or you think that some of them, if not all of them, are alien UFO. I think we're getting to that stage now, right? Especially with the disclosure and things like that. When you do comment on whether you think 1 is real, 2 is fake, whatever, I want you to tell me what you actually think aliens are, as in are they good or are they bad? In my opinion, you have good people and you have bad people. You have good people amongst bad people, you have bad people amongst good people, okay? I don't think that necessarily tall whites are all good, you know, all grey aliens are all bad. I think there must be a mixture. You know, that's my opinion. I think as a whole, I think that if what I've discovered, if aliens are elite in intelligence, so far beyond, I think that they would more than likely be good, because if they are here already, if they have been here already and they were bad, we would have known about it by now. Before I get into the videos and the photos, I want to show you 3 videos and show you like maybe another side of the story, okay? And tell me what you think. Right, so we're going to go first off into an interview. It's only a minute long. In 1999, Area 51 worker says in 2025 you will find out about these aliens, okay? Which I'm showing you this not to show you how good they are or bad they are, but to try to say, hey, look, we were talking about aliens being real back then, even way before this. But take a listen to this.
I had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one. He said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. I said, can you expand upon that? And he said, no, I can't. About a year later, we were talking about, again, activities at Groom Lake. And I asked him, I said, you know, can you really tell me what's happening out there? And he said, well, there's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025. But we have things in the Nevada desert that would make George Lucas envious.
That was in actually 1995 by an interview with Jim Goodall, right? And isn't it peculiar that they're saying 2025, where literally last year it all started coming out with disclosure and everything like that? That might convince or at least plant a seed in the doubters, maybe. Okay, listen to this, because this sort of links in with Disclosure Day and what a lot of people, more so I would say the religious side of the audience, were saying, look, be warned, this clearly shows you manipulation of some sort. Take a listen to this.
One instance involved the appearance of Ted's deceased grandfather on board a craft into which he and his grandmother had been taken when Ted was a young boy. I think I spoke about this a couple of years ago when I was first working on Ted's material, and I didn't identify that this was Ted's story I was referring to. The scenario involved persuading his grandmother to engage in a sexual activity with an non-human entity, and when she refused to do so, saying she had only ever made love with her husband and he was dead, the aliens produced the dead husband. In another instance, Ted watched a scenario that surely was not occurring in normal reality terms. I call it a virtual reality scenario. And this began shortly after he had heard a very quiet sound like helicopter blades. And in this ongoing event, after the helicopter blade noise, Ted watched as a human-looking entity dressed in military clothes popped through the ceiling into the room, holding a young child that was very, very similar to Ted's appearance at the same age. And Ted was told that they were going to return that which had been taken from him. And an account of what followed from that, again, is in the book, and I won't take time to recite everything there to you, but the virtual reality event, there was certainly no human paratrooper popping through the ceiling carrying a young child in reality terms. But the illusion was quite as real as you and I here today. But perhaps the most illuminating of such events that we were able to investigate involved Ted and another woman, a woman who witnessed a third person, another woman, undergoing her own virtual reality episode, again marked at the onset by the sound of a helicopter. Now, some of you may be quick, as they say in the O.J. trial, to rush to get judgment on this and conclude that these events were generated by some terrestrial, governmental, or military covert mind control operation. After all, we've got helicopter blades out there. But it should be noted that only the targeted person in these events heard the helicopters, while others in the same house or same room did not. I don't think our terrestrial helicopters are that selective in the noise they generate. I believe now that the reported and confirmed details in all of these reports are strong evidence against accepting consciously recalled alien encounter reports at face value because of the illusion capabilities, because of the screens, and because of the virtual reality technology that we have witnessed being manifest by these entities. I believe that if we build our theories on such information, the consciously reported information only, we're building on sand, on illusions that the aliens create for us, and I think to confuse and mislead us. Now, this is not to say, however, that all alien encounters are virtual reality events, because there is also plenty of very strong evidence for the physical nature of many of these encounters. So to be perfectly objective, the definition of abduction would have to include any event or scenario that is generated externally for the targeted person, whether it be a physical encounter, a virtual reality scenario, or a telepathic contact.
What's your thoughts on that? Huh? Where they can actually produce illusions that can manipulate you, which goes straight to Disclosure Day, right? How he could appear somewhere else and, in fact, also control this woman. And then also we've got an exorcist here that claims that demons would manifest looking like grey aliens. So I don't know whether, I'm going to have to listen to it, but I don't know whether he's saying that demons know that we think of aliens as maybe nice people, or nice beings, and they're using that to their advantage. So they pretend to be aliens, or he's saying that all demons are aliens. Aliens are demons. Let's take a listen.
I do know other exorcists where they would, in session, they would actually, once the demon manifested, they would manifest in literally looking like an alien with the eyes and the small mouth and the whole bit turning gray. And they even call themselves gray. And they try and lie to the exorcist by saying, oh, well, we're not angels, good angels, and we're not bad angels. We're not demons. We're kind of in the middle. We're neither good nor bad. No, dude, you're just a demon, right? Because when you start talking to them, it's all that is a diversionary tactic, which they do in the session. abductions. So just as we're seeing this play out itself on a grander scale in the world with the whole alien thing, they'll try and do that in session where they're just trying to distract you by something that they know that is not true, but they're hoping you'll believe it's true, because then from there they can manipulate you.
So they're manifesting into an alien, like, being. That's weird. But then I think that a potential demon, if they are real, would use anything in their arsenal to try to convince you, right? So maybe they're just pretending to look like a grey when actually grey aliens are absolutely fine. I don't know. I'm just asking, right? Right. So with that in mind, we've got somebody saying that in 2025, we're going to know all about this, right? That sort of adds some weight to this whole alien and UFO situation going on. Like, put some more weight to it being real, right? We then got, the ability of them creating illusions, like a virtual reality, where your manipulation is like on another scale, like you're manipulated. And then we've got another one where actually these aliens aren't good. They're not here to protect us at all. They're actually like demons, or the demons are pretending to be the grey aliens. However you want to look at it. Let's look at this one, right? It can't be Russia, 2002. Now, again, I'm going to number them. I want you to tell me whether you think 1, 2, 3, whatever is real or fake. Let's carry on. Let's push through these. Number 1, Russia, 2002.
Hoće reagujte švitko, zaplizatijet. Суддя незванчені гляд стане не загрджученню. Суддя. Hoće reagujte švitko, zaplizatijet. Суддя незванчені гляд стане не загрджученню.
I mean, real or fake, that's creepy as hell. It looks so real.
Суддя. Hoće reagujte švitko, zaplizatijet. Суддя незванчені гляд стане не загрджученню.
That doesn't even look AI, mate. That doesn't even look AI. Is it from a film? What is that? That's number 1. Let's go number 2, right? Now, this is one of the world's famous events here. Dr. Reed. Now, listen. I don't want to spoil anything for you, okay? But if you're considering subscribing, I recommend subscribing. Because if you like this next video, trust me, something very cool is coming to this channel. All right? So, yeah, I would suggest you subscribe. Now, Dr. Reed famously, don't want to go too much into detail, went into a forest, saw a UFO, saw a body, brought it back home. Let's take a little look. Like, this thing's still blinking, guys. I mean, you can even hear in his voice, his breathing, that he's like shitting it a little bit, right? And also, there's a scene in Disclosure Day where like an alien's like this right next to the Roswell crash. I think it was the Roswell crash, and he's wearing a blue suit. And look at this. This is madness. Look at it blinking, man.
And opened the freezer, and that's when I recorded this sound. Would you
Oh, okay. This is the sound of the thing as well.
play the sound for us once again, please?
Yes, I will. Hold on.
Okay, here it comes. Oh my God.
Mate, that is fucking terrifying.
Oh.
That is fucking terrifying. Okay, that's number 2. Moving on. Skinny Bob, right? Take a little look at Skinny Bob. This one, I know so many people believe that Skinny Bob is real. Do you still think he's real? Have you changed your mind? Did you think he was fake, and now because of the disclosure and all this and the beginning videos and stuff, are you now starting to doubt your first initial thoughts? It's Skinny Bob. Look at the clothing again. Like, look at the state of this, mate. A child in a suit, maybe? Mechanical? Or real? We'll find out today! Whatever it is, man, it looks real. And I know it's poor quality, but something about that is spooky. Leaked footage, potentially? Alleged EBE from the Roswell crash surfaces. Could this be the most shocking alien evidence ever? Take a look at this one. Mate, that is freaky as shit. Right, let me just show you something in a second. That is weird as hell. Now, the reasons why potentially... Right. AI makes me think, yeah, this is crap. Right, this is rubbish. This is fake. You know, because of AI nowadays. but there's certain things that make me think that this potentially could be real. Now, listen, this could be from a bloody movie. I don't know. But I've seen video footage from years ago where they walk really crap, right? Like really bad. It doesn't look like they're flowing correctly. I remember showing you a video of an alien going in and out of walking into a UFO, and beforehand it sort of waves, and its arms don't see just it seemed longer than its body or whatever, and it walks all weird. But then remember I told you about again Disclosure Day when the aliens were walking strange, like the old school footage. It's like you had so much opportunity to make these aliens look and feel real. Why did you make them walk like that in the movie? But he was basically like copying how this old school footage was and is of these alien captures, these alien being captures. They all walk weird, man. They've all got long, wiggly, dangly arms. And look at this thing. And also, what I've noticed about the eyes, I mean, I have to look at it again, but I've seen that the blacked out lenses are literally lenses, and if you peel them back, they've got like bigger eyes underneath. And if you look closely, you can almost see like an eye shimmering underneath that black lens. Look closely. Unless that was a light being shone in his eye. But everything just seems too real. Like, back here, the breathing. But there, when it's looking across, makes me feel a little bit sorry for it, like it's struggling. It's mate, I don't know. What do you think? On to the next one. Obviously, we know Jon Stewart. I interviewed him. If you want to go and check out the interview with him, I'll leave the link or the whatever here. It's a really good interview. It's got over 1 million views. This is world famous. The alien interview, right? Now, again, what do you think about this one?
All right, we're looking at the interview suite at S4. It's kept dark for the comfort of the aliens. The figure who is just barely visible in the left foreground is the telepath, and behind the camera is a raked seating area for observers. Although in this case, I believe the only other person present was a military aide. The alien is seated behind a glass partition in a biocontainment area, which is maintained at biosafety level 2, the lowest designation. That's primarily for the protection of the aliens, not us. The theory is that if they were going to infect us with an alien bug, it would have happened 50 years ago. In fact, all the indications are the aliens eliminated microbial and viral life from their own ecosystem long ago. They aren't susceptible to our diseases directly, but it has been shown that microbes can reproduce and form colonies within their respiratory systems, which tends to exacerbate the debilities they seem to suffer anyway in our environment. In fact, you can see here, the alien is beginning to flag. The interview was not going well. The telepath was trying to clarify some points from a previous interview, but he wasn't receiving coherent responses. As you can see, the being is in real distress. At this point, the telepath is sending out a message to the medical staff. He's trying to communicate with the alien, but he's getting no response. There's very little he can do. There's no direct connection between his space and the biocontainment area. That's the aide stepping in on the right. The medical staff should be there by now. They're slow in responding. There they are. I have to say the medical personnel at S4 are less than first rate. They tend to be selected for their willingness to keep secrets rather than their medical competence. By the way, he's not shining that light into the eyes. It looks that way, but in fact he's checking for hemorrhaging around the eye sockets and in the nasal cavity. I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to watch this.
Now, if you want to, you've probably got a bunch of questions. And John Stewart, we have a great conversation. He answers basically all of the questions, okay? Even down to what this thing is, why they're behind the alien, working on him, where that's supposed to be not true. Like, I recommend go and check out the interview. Anyway, so again, do you think that's real? Do you think it's fake? What about, oh mate, a while ago I did a 7-day alien UFO series, okay? It's on my playlist. If you go to my channel, go to videos, playlists, you can see UFO week, UFO and alien week, this is day 1, okay? And this is talking about Boyd Bushman, that basically just before his deathbed he exposes everything, he tells the truth about everything in confession. It's called the Confession of Boyd Bushman. This is funny enough, I'm wearing the same t-shirt. Check this out.
Here's a 45-degree look. And here's the back of the head. Notice the veins and no hair. And now when we talk about aliens,
mate, that's mad. I know, Ben. I know.
And he said, well, there's kind of 2 groups of aliens. Well, they divide them into 2 groups. One group he calls, it's like you have a ranch. And you have a ranch and you find that one group are your wranglers that know how to wrangle your cattle. There others are rustlers, ones that steal your cattle. And indeed, that the 2 groups do act differently.
Like job roles.
To the ones that are wranglers are much more friendly and have a better relationship with us.
So this goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video. Some are good, some are bad. Like, I think there's good and bad in any species out there, right? So again, if you want to check out that whole series that I did, it's on my playlist. This is day 1, okay? Boyd Bushman, what a legend. What about this one? This is a photograph. This went around like ages ago. Found this. A lot of people straight away said it was fake. It does seem a little bit sus, but is that because it's so abnormal, right? What do you think about that? Peculiar. Someone posted on Reddit claiming it was sent by a friend whose mother found this alien-looking plant in the garden. What do you think? Is it real or is it a hoax? Now, remember Amy Eskridge, the missing scientist, or one of the missing scientists? Listen to this, and then I'm going to show you a picture.
The Ultraterrestrials, I think. Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years. P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die. My dad got poached by this weird ass investor. Long story. Weird ass investor poached my dad out of NASA. And this weird ass investor who lives in Austin, Texas, whatever. This guy, this investor, brings hell to our house 3 times. I was present for one of the times. I happened to be home from Seattle at the same time that Hal came over. And basically, ultraterrestrials are like, he talks about extraterrestrial. Extra implies that they're from somewhere else, from the outside. Extra implies they're from not here, from ultraterrestrial. Well,
so this is the picture that has been going around of the P-47s and P-52s. That's scary. And I've got to be honest with you, I've said in a couple of videos, probably many moons ago now, but I've suggested the idea of it's just us in the future. We're like morphing into them, right? You know, maybe we are placed here on this planet from them. Half them, half human. I don't know. But maybe this is it. I'm not being funny, but if you look at this face, it is more, the skull, for example, shape is more humanoid than this one. This one is starting to look like some of the alien, the big heads, small mouths, big eyes. Like these eyes are getting bigger. Are we going to get like black? If we just got black lenses on this now, you know? Like, that's just, I mean, this is an alien. What do you reckon about that? Is this real, fake? Is it like an artist's impression of a P-47, P-52? Probably. May not be. I don't know. What do you think? Then we've got the Virginia. People get annoyed at me because I say Virginia. It's just easier to say Virginia, but a Virginia in Brazil. This is a picture of the potential alien. Now, regardless of this video, right? I fully believe in the Virginia case, okay? Again, I've got an interview with James Fox. He came on kindly. We had a great conversation all about it. It's on the channel. Go and check it out. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. But this is potentially what this thing is. Look at this thing.
Because, you know what I mean? Like, these are huge red flags for me. But I understand that our own biases can cloud our judgment, and especially tribal saying that, because you know what I mean, like these
like mate, I'm not being funny, but you could be potentially now looking at a real fucking alien here. Right? Look at it.
These are huge red flags for me, but I understand that our own biases can cloud our judgment, and especially tribal saying that, because you know what I mean, like
mate. Yeah, I know. What do you reckon about that one? I think you're going to be talking about different things here. You could be like, yeah, Ben, I believe that the Virginia story is correct, but that's fake. I've got a feeling that a couple of people are going to be saying that. But, I mean, that does look legit to me, right? It does look legit. Anyway, we're going to now go on to the famous Roswell alien autopsy. We haven't seen this for a long time. Check this out.
Ray Santilli
I remember
claims
seeing
he
this as a
negotiated
kid.
for 2 years to buy this film. He's the only person who knows the identity of the cameraman who shot it. According to Santilli, the poor quality is explained by the circumstances under which it was photographed.
When he tells you that the camera had no zoom facility, when he tells you that he was wearing the
I ain't being funny, mate, but that looks like a P-47.
same outfit as the surgeons, and when he
Or
said
P-52.
that these cameras had a fixed focus, and that when they moved in, that then there was no way of controlling the focus, and and it was possible. He was.
What was that?
steaming up
Sorry,
inside-
1 second. Sorry to... He's talking about why the quality was bad.
When he tells you that he was wearing the same outfit as the surgeons, and when he says that these cameras had a fixed focus, and that when they moved in, that then there was no way of controlling the focus, and it was possible. He was steaming up inside the costumes, and he was trying to operate the camera to the best of his ability. You just have to accept it. But the other question is, well, why isn't it a fixed camera? Why isn't it a camera fixed above looking at the body? But then his argument is that, well, surgeons were bending over it all the time, and the only way you can get to see these things is by moving around. And the camera that he detailed as using, we checked at the museum, and it's a handheld camera.
Despite repeated requests, Ray Santilli has been unable to arrange a meeting between us and the cameraman. So far, we have no real proof of his existence.
What do you think about that one then, hey? Let's go to the Las Vegas family. Do you remember that meteor or UFO crashed and a couple of police officers in the United States of America, baby, come on! They got their camera, managed to record it, and then straight afterwards they get a call from this family. This obviously all happened in Las Vegas, claiming that some sort of 8-foot, 9-foot shadow entity was in their back garden. Look at this, mate. And I've done a breakdown of this, couple of videos, 3 videos maybe, frame by frame, looking into this, right? In detail. This shadow is a shadow in nothing. It's not a shadow on anything. It's a shadow, a static shadow in a space. Check this out.
We can take a video and look at whether or not there is an artificial artifact added to it or not. And in this case, we can definitively say, to a degree of scientific certainty, that this entity, this thing in the video, is there in the physical reality in which the Kenmore family is also there. Like, this is so critical because you can clearly see through the slots in the fence that there is a leg motion moving from the right to the left side of the screen. And clearly it is behind there. So this isn't just like a head floating in space. This is a head of that is somehow that does not have full opacity, that the opacity of the head of the shadow is only at about 33% opacity versus a normal shadow, which would be at 100% opacity, or an object in the screen, which is at 100%. And this isn't anything that you did. It's just what you were able to determine, that this shadow being, or this being in the shadows, possibly creating its own shadow or smoky filter or cloaking technique, is not only cloaking itself from the people there, but cloaking itself from the camera itself, in that it's minimizing our ability to identify pixels inside of that shadow.
Right. That's crazy. This one here, definitely not artificial intelligence. Year 1990, place Area 51. Old memories come flooding back. While on assignment at Area 51 by the Pentagon, I was chatting with the alien brother. Look at this. You think this is real? You think this is fake? Now take a good long look at that face there. A good long look.
An alleged encounter between a man and an extraterrestrial being took place at an undisclosed location within a secret base in the United States. The encounter reportedly occurred during the nighttime, and due to the video's quality, the specific surroundings remain unidentified. It is believed that this encounter took place in 2017, although no official confirmation from the government has been provided. The video begins with a man standing a short distance away from what appears to be an extraterrestrial being, commonly referred to as a Grey.
Are we looking at this? Holy shit, man. Imagine seeing that. Who remembers the 4chan grey alien photo from November 21st, 2018? Mate, that is what the... what? It's like he's forgot his contact lenses, his black bloody contact lenses here. Look at the state of this. Man, like, that is horrible. Is it real? Is it fake? It's like they're not symmetrical, which in a way makes it more real, right? Because if you look at anybody's face, I mean, some people are like pretty much damn it symmetrical, but you know, if you take a picture and like flip it, you'll see your face not as symmetrical as you probably think, right? Like it's fucking weird, man. Another photo from 4chan. This one here. Picturing it, like zooming in on the eyes here. The detail on the eyes. Look at this. Look at the state of this, guys. What the hell, mate? What the hell? They're the photos and videos that I wanted to show you today. What do you think? Tell me if they're real or fake, and also what your opinions on aliens, right? Whether they're good, they're bad, they're real. Tell me your thoughts. I'm really interested. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end of the video, you're an absolute legend. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.